Merlene Williams is her name. She's a Joburg-based makeup artist. She stood next to iconic individuals, touched the faces of great personalities, and her work is trusted by great production companies. Beauty is her calling, but more so, she's found the real business behind the art of makeup brushes. Here is her story.
Merlene, what do I do with this brush? Whoa. I don't even know what this brush does. But we do it for everything. It's a brush, huh? It's a brush, it brushes everything that we want. Hey guys, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Today I'm talking to a makeup artist. I know that she has touched so many beautiful faces in this country. Some people may never tell you what their secret is, but I know exactly what it is. It's Merlene's hands and creativity. Stay with me as we speak to Merlene and hear about her journey of making people prettier. Hello.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
So good, thank you. Under all the circumstances, in a good space.
Oh, tell me about it. You look so pretty as usual.
All for you, special occasion.
Thank you so much. I came prepared. I needed to ask what this brush does.
You know what? When they sell brushes, right, they like to describe to us what they're selling it for, but now you can use things for multiple uses. Let me see that fluffy brush. So that one you can either use to dust away powder. I'm sure they're selling it as a blush brush.
Of course.
But it's got multiple uses.
Okay, then I'm not far off.
Yeah, but you're not far off. What do you use it for?
I use it just to highlight and use it on my cheeks.
Excellent. You can even use that one to apply your foundation like lightly.
Really?
You know what I mean? So that is blended. You can use it for powder all over. You can use it to blend out your contour. You can use it for your highlighting.
Okay.
Multiple uses.
Perfect. Okay, I just thought I should invite you to Motev and speak to us about what you do, all your experiences or some of your experiences, but mainly how is COVID affecting your work right now? Motev, just to give you a little background, it was started off as a concept of highlighting ordinary people that do extraordinary work. And I find people from behind the scenes in television and film to be doing that, and I don't think that they get enough glory to be noticed for what they do. But every face that is out here is beautiful because of people like you. So I thought I should bring you to the forefront a little bit while everybody else is chilled at home and have time to look at this.
Thank you. And for me, it's important to come on this platform because there are so many young people who are interested in a career like ours, and they do not know how dynamic these careers are.
Yeah.
And it's got multifacets. Like, for instance, myself, I work as a makeup artist and stylist for production companies, but now I've registered my own company. It's 5 years old actually. So
that's great.
What I do is I actually employ makeup artists on production, so I know who is good for which type of production. So we get the makeup artists, we buy the tools, we look at the trends that are in. So I start with trends, and then I can provide productions with the full team, and also how to handle backstage. So I
nice.
will prepare all the logistics of the makeup room and how we're going to go back and forth, who needs what time. So even that job in itself, I feel like I'm one of the pioneers of that job, and there are people that are that could be excellent in taking care of a production and the makeup artist.
That is such a brilliant idea. I don't think I've heard a makeup artist thinking of opening their own company to do what you're doing. That's brilliant. I mean, you've been in the
Yes.
industry for how long now? I know you since I was this
Yes.
short.
This year will be my 20th year as in the industry.
You're serious?
Yes.
That's a long time. You don't look anything past 21. How is that even possible?
I'm also drinking from the fountain of youth, so yeah.
Yeah. Please talk to us about your journey. How did you start? What inspired you? And what were your first industry lessons?
Yeah, so what happened for me is I went to a makeup school and immediately I just started working in the industry. So a lot of times when you start, you either work for free or you work for a smaller rate. But what I had was I had set etiquette, I had manners while I was still practicing my craft. And I think that people really employed me for that. So in the meantime, I was looking at the trends, I was upping my skills, and then I got called for jobs like Survivor, Big Brother, really big jobs. But I was just like prepping for these individual jobs. So the jobs that I worked on was, lucky for me, started off with big jobs. I was basically thrown into the deep end.
Yeah.
But what I've done, I was looking for the needs on set. I was
Okay.
like, oh, you guys need to have a fan in the corner where we're doing makeup. Oh, somebody needs to be with a male presenter because he needs caring. You know what I
Right.
mean? These people actually need a room for where we can put their bags. So I just gathered all the information. So I was filling all the gaps for backstage, how to take care of these presenters. And I actually called it, I didn't call it doing their makeup anymore.
Yeah.
I called taking care of them. So that's how I started, and that is what moved me forward. I think today people also need, if you have a niche, if you got something that you're great at, work on it. And really, when you enter your workspace, start looking for the gaps that you can fill.
Yeah.
Because there's always needs. You can always be a pioneer of anything, and then that is what you will be called for. Because right now I'm called to take care of the makeup department.
That is
So
so
we have to-
brilliant. Actually, you've just stated something very important, to notice where the need is and supply that which is needed there. I think that's a recipe for great people. I know that people like Bill Gates, for instance, the owner of Tesla, those big CEOs, they speak of what you're saying. How they make their wealth is by identifying the need of the people and supplying that which is needed. You never make a mistake when you do so.
Never make a mistake. And also where there's human emotions. I mean, backstage in the makeup room is it's a gentle area actually.
Yeah.
It's not a whole lot of fighting, it's a whole lot of caring. The presenter come in, you need to take their bag, they're gonna prepare, really take care of them, make sure you know who drinks what backstage, start getting to know your people and actually serve them.
Right.
You know what I mean? People will start asking for you. It's such a pleasure for me to really take care of these people,
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I started showing. So now I'm like, okay, let me get the makeup artist to do the makeup. My niche is to actually take care of people. Like when they come from that kick-ass makeup artist, I'm the one that's oiling the arms, but that's what I'm good at. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. But I know when they're walking on that stage, their ankles needs to be shining, and they can't bend down to do that in their dresses and their outfits.
You are
So
there.
that is what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So yes.
That is so awesome. That gives me good chills, because I don't think that I've seen, obviously I've worked with you in the past and I know your personality and character. You're a very easily approachable person, very nice. You are spiritual. You are just kind in any way. But I don't think that I've come across many makeup artists who think like you do. What has influenced their thinking for you?
It was like, self-awareness is magic. Once you have self-awareness and you know yourself, your money is going to come from that. Your luck is going to come from that.
High five, girl.
Everything is going to come from your self-awareness, Your narrative. What is your narrative? Bring your narrative, Bring your narrative, bring it to work, because that's where we spend most of our time. You must have purpose. Do you know what I mean? And your purpose will really, 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 really push you. So that's where it's coming from, just knowing myself and then providing a service and having a purpose.
Right. What would you say you know now that you didn't know then? You said earlier that when you got into the industry, you were literally just thrown in the big guns, the big events, the big production houses, and you probably interacted with bigger faces that we see every day in our billboards and television screens. Did working with the big names have a particular impact on you?
Look, for me, it's like I say, I don't have big clients. It's not people that are my clients.
Okay.
It is companies that are my client.
All right.
So like you won't see me on my Instagram posing with a person. You will see my tag. What I didn't know then that I know now is that I'm not going to do business with individuals. I'm doing business with companies.
Right.
So that is something very valuable to understand.
Okay. And where is the difference? Is it how you have structured your company to work? Where is the difference? If you can share that with us.
It organically happened when I was having a look at how my company is structured. Yeah. What is how do we do business? Where does money come from? Where does business come from? Where is it where I get yearly business? Where can I get business for a group? Where can we actually make that money? So I found that it was with corporations, big companies, and not individuals.
Okay. So does this mean you don't take individual clients anymore?
I do. I take big clients, I take little clients, because I still have a passion for it. Like if somebody's calling me for a matric ball, and I'm open, I'm like,
you're gonna
let
be
me
there.
take this just to get the ego down. It really helps you spiritually, and to go and give a service to someone whose wish it is to be touched by a makeup artist who's been on other productions. So those things are still very important to me.
Yeah. I just want to understand this then. With an actor, for instance, they start in small productions. They start in theater, let's say. They start in theater. They get a gig in a commercial. They go do a soapy. They go do a drama. Eventually, they are in a series which is long lasting, and there's more money coming in. And eventually, one may decide to become a director or become a producer. Right? What is your take on makeup artists that stay in one position for the longest time? All they know is just make face, and all they do is make face, and their growth doesn't seem to show any business increase, as you have just done with yourself and created a company out of your passion.
Sometimes people just want to be comfortable. They don't want to take risks. I've seen it a lot because I work with other makeup artists, so sometimes I'm like, you can, you the bomb in this, you do this.
Yeah.
And what I've learned is everybody had like an individual journey. Sometimes people just want peace. You know what I mean? Because our job comes with a lot. The human factor is like, and I used to have that the reason, let me tell you, the reason why I actually branched out was because, I'm an empath. So
Yeah.
when I'm standing in front of a client, I can feel everything that client is feeling. So even myself, I have to be selected how I interact with people.
All right.
So for some makeup artists, they are okay just doing face beads. You know what I mean? They want that type of piece. But then there's others who's like, they making their own products, they doing master classes,
Yeah.
such a lot of dynamics. There's makeup artists who don't even do makeup on other people anymore. There's makeup artists who just, all they do is they promoting products. How dynamic is that?
Yeah.
They do it from the chair at home. They've got a beauty room that they've set up for themselves, and all they do is they're promoting products and they're getting paid for it. So what an amazing career this is, with abundance of
options. Yeah.
And you can be a pioneer because you can create a look. There's people who's like, listen here, we're doing black lipstick, and that is the trend, and I'm saying it, and they, so what a creative space to be in.
What do you think are the myths about your career?
The myths about it is that we're not getting paid a lot of money. We're getting above average. People must never ever forget it. You're not just a makeup artist. You're a little doctor in your field, right? When you become a professional makeup artist.
Yeah.
Another myth is that it's glamorous. It's not all glamorous. I mean, it's blood, sweat, and tears. You also spend a lot of money on your products. You have to pack that products. You have to make sure that it's insured. You have to make sure that it's clean. Then you have to transport those products. So another myth is that it's just getting up and a powdering job. And the biggest myth, I must tell this to all the makeup artists, is that you don't need mathematics. For me, that is the big myth. I actually want to tell everybody, you need to understand your mathematics.
How does makeup and maths come together? Tell me more, please.
Hello. You need to understand how to work out a budget. You need to understand that you're going to make this much money, spend this much on your product. You need to understand how to pack a bag. So you need to know your mathematics. You need to understand how to get that face oval. That is total mathematics.
I see, actually.
So for me, I need to understand my numbers. How many people there are going to be? How much time do we have to do them?
Correct.
How many people go into a room comfortably? You get me?
Yes.
So the biggest myth is the mathematics thing.
Wow. I've never had anything like this before. Oh, wow. It's true. We learn something new every day. Wow. That's incredible.
Business, you need to be smart. You know what I mean? If you want to make it, if you want to progress, you need to be educated, because it's not just color theory and painting. It is, you gotta have a plan to excel, to have your plan in order.
What kind of production companies do you enjoy working with?
There is a production company, there's a production company. There's a production company that I love working with, where they're very family orientated. They actually ask you, what is it that you need? They give you the creative freedom. They give you the creative freedom, and they really have respect for your art. Those are the production companies that I love, because we are the pioneer in the movement of the makeup rooms right now. So we need to be able to say our say. But sometimes, there's that little trust thing, So I love the production companies that give us creative freedom and that actually trust us.
Yeah. And the opposite of that would be what?
Can I be very honest with you?
Please, by all means.
Sometimes there's production companies that call you because you have a BEE status, right?
Okay.
So it is like they have to get a company with a BEE status. They get the company with a BEE status, and then they want to control everything that you're doing.
Right.
And it's okay to get the input of the production company, but we are an alternative sector of the production. So there's a certain way also we're doing things. So
Yeah.
sometimes there's really people that's like they don't really have respect for you. Because if you're phoning somebody to come and work for you, you should have a bit of trust in them.
That's
Do you know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes it's so obvious that there is no trust, and that's the reality of it.
Right. There's a lot of young people that are very attracted to television right now, and not even television, let's just say makeup. The social media is booming. Everyone wants to look good, so everyone is teaching themselves how to do every DIY you can think of, including makeup, which you have seen so often. What would your advice be to somebody who wants to take this up as a career?
I would say, please go to school.
Okay.
Please, 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 please educate yourself. You know, if you are very young, do a makeup course, do a little business course, you know, look at products. What you need to do, you need to slice your brain open, be dynamic, and really open yourself up. Also, what I was saying to you, have self-awareness, because there's a lot of frustration in art because people want to be like other people.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot stay focused on their journey, and they cannot see their own magic. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, do it for the right reasons. Make sure you have a passion for it. Make sure you work hard at school. Try and be a pioneer. Do you know what I mean? See what you can bring to the industry. Self-taught makeup artists are so amazing. But when you're going to go and see a client, there's so much more. When you go on set, there's so much more. There's a protocol, set etiquette. You can't just be walking there and asking anybody for anything.
Yeah.
Then another thing is safety and health.
Okay.
Like you need to understand how to keep all your products clean, how to stand in front of a client. What must your body vibration need to be?
That's very important.
Like you're not going to riff-raff. You're not gonna take out your makeup and just stand anyhow and just talk anyhow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lot of protocol on the set. You need to understand when you are on a set, who you're gonna ask, what time, who's gonna give you a call sheet, who do you talk to, who don't you talk to.
Right.
You don't just go there to the director and be like, who's coming here? Do you know what I mean? You need to understand etiquette, and you need to understand how to take care of your products. You need to know when a product is going to be old. You need to know how to lay out your table. There's so many. You need to learn how to dress. Do you know what I mean? So for that, you need education. You need to do your things over and over, and you need teacher to speak to you. It's people who's been there before you.
Right. Do you think that the people you make up understand how important your role is, especially for television and film?
Maybe they don't, but you don't go to work with your ego now, do you? So all you do is you just make sure you take care of them, and they will ask for you. I mean, if you show a person, I'm here for you, I'm taking your shoes, go in your flip-flops, you're keeping them warm, of course they're going to love you. Do you know what I mean? So it's your job to really, really, really take care of people.
Okay. I can't wait to see you transforming yourself. So I think with these last few questions, you can begin your makeup. And we're going to be talking actually about transformation. I find that with each job I'm at, because I'm a self-aware person, there are lessons, personal lessons that I learn that help me to grow, that help me to advance my profession. that helped me to connect with other people in much more deeper levels, and that make me understand the business even much more better. Can you speak to us about moments in your experiences that forced you to transform yourself and advance yourself to a level you hadn't been before?
When you look at the need, when you really look, is this now job-wise?
Yes.
Are you talking about work-wise? When you start looking at the need of backstage, I started looking at what is needed backstage, and I was like, hey, yeah, you don't just walk in, because there's humans involved.
Right.
Vulnerable humans. You have no idea how vulnerable people are when they come without the makeup, when they have rehearsed their lines till late, when they're an overachiever, when they're a hard worker, when there's a lot of expectations of them, when they're famous, when they suffer from a bit of anxiety, a bit of depression, a bit of not having confidence. And now you like, it's going to be me. It's going to give this person some, what do you need? You need some water. And I started experiencing so many of those things, like the people that come in there, they're not the flamboyant people that you see on the screen. They are actually vulnerable beings. And then I was like, man, it's time to ask different questions. So it's not just about how do you like your makeup. It's now, would you like something for that babalas?
Cater for the need.
Like, yeah, so there was like, so I was like, wow, this is something I didn't learn in school.
Right.
But that's when I started realizing, no, there's a lot happening here, and I just need to come with a different vibe, because there's a lot of other needs here.
I love it when people share their journeys. I love it when people speak about their transformations, and I absolutely love it when people who know better, know best, teach others. Won't you share your story with us? Come, join us. Share your vision.
That is just part 1 of Merlene's story. Please do catch part 2 in our next episode. Thank you so much for watching.